Hey everybody, it's the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be about Inside Mari, Chapter 60, Who Are You? And we open up with our cover page, and it looks like it almost looks like those slot bonus games from Super Mario Bros. 3 where you have to line up the pictures, only one picture is out of alignment and upside down.
Yep.
Yeah. We open up pretty much where we left, not quite where we left off, where they're getting off the Ferris wheel, and the Mari is just like in bad shape. She's just like looking drained. The employee offers their photo because it's ready now, and after some initial hesitation, Yori decides to go ahead and buy one.
Why? First off, why do you think she decided to buy it? Though, like in the end.
I don't know. It's just maybe just so she had a picture of Mari, or maybe she noticed something in the photo. Because did you say something about the way she looked in here?
Yeah, Mari looks she has very emotional, distant stare. So she kind of looks a lot like the original Mari. But at the same time, though, I think the reason why she got this photo was because she realized that this is the proof that she actually got to spend time, not with the Mari that she the original Mari, but with the Mari that she eventually grew to come had a relationship with, as a friendship. Which is the Isao Mari,
Right.
So, because they just had a fun, basically a fun day.
Yeah.
They spent a lot of time together. So I think this is just her saying, I think I want to treasure the time that we just had. So yeah, get the photo.
And then maybe later can be as a good thing about the day, whatever else happens here. Because obviously, as I said, Mari is just like crying, sniffing, sobbing, etc.
Yeah.
Yori wonders if he remembers anything, but Mari is just not answering at all. She's tired. She wants to go home now.
Yeah, which is what I say every time I take my religion class. I just want to go home. I'm tired.
Or me before I change jobs there. Yeah. Like I said, they get home, and Mari pukes at the sight of her mother. Basically, that's pretty. I mean, she even has
what happens.
Yeah, and for a moment there, it even looks like she has the same kind of crazy face from the flashback.
Yeah, but especially when Mari stares at her before she throws up. She has this really blank, dark stare.
And then we get really detailed vomit.
Oh my! All the little bits are drawn out. I mean, holy crap! I mean, you think it'd be too much, but I mean, we had a masturbation scene 20 chapters ago. So I mean, you could say
and a hand job scene.
Yeah. Oh my god! So this guy, he does a lot of things, but at least you can say he doesn't half-ass it. If he wants to do something, he goes all the way.
Oh yeah, that's true. And then they get Mari to her room. They take her temperature. She's actually got a fever, or either fever or cold at some point. Mom gets off to get cold medicine. Yori sits down by Mari, asks Komori, as in Isao, if she's okay. She wakes up, takes a good look at Yori, and Yori responds with, "Who are you?" And Mari holds her hand up to Yori's face. And we get kind of a smile, and then that's where we end.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things to talk about, but the first thing I guess want to talk about is the mom. I've always thought it was weird that, because you make the argument that it's probably the same mom. I make the argument that it's a different mom. Mm-hmm. But I mean, just I just see the worried face she has for her daughter, and it's just I don't know. I feel like this is not the same one that is so really critical and demanding in the past, And again, I mean, I'm just looking at the hair. I mean, why change the appearance so much, and why hype up the appearance that she had when she was younger? I mean, it feels like they were introducing a different character, And
it does. I mean, at the same time, like I said, there's the whole radical law of conservation of detail, and I don't know which direction that would apply for in this case. My thought would be it would unnecessarily complicate things to have a whole other character involved at this, but you might be right with how different the appearances are. So
yeah, and of course you also argue that maybe this is a different personality. That maybe this is the nice personality of the mom, but and that somehow Mari kind of inherited that type of psychosis.
Yeah.
But yeah. Although I would also argue that that the Mari that we know, because I mean there have been a few people who've argued that Mari Mari as an overall person, with all the personalities, is a narcissist. Cause she's surrounding herself with a person who's obsessed with her, and then some other hints and clues that they give out. I mean, I remember my friend talked about them. I can't remember all of them, but and it would make sense because remember that the mom basically tried to project what she felt was like the perfect daughter, I guess, onto Mari.
Right.
And I think you could argue that maybe the mom was projecting herself onto Mari. So like her mom was the narcissist, and she felt that maybe the perfect daughter was basically one that would act just like her.
Yep.
So it would make sense that if Mari was essentially, at least the as we call her, the lie down Mari, because that's the one who lied down with Yori.
Yeah.
That maybe that's the one that is a narcissist, because that's the one that basically copied the narcissism from her mom. I find it really interesting that we have really weird nicknames. I mean, how many Maris are there now? We got like
3 or 4.
Fumiko,
Hang on, you're getting a little bit garbled.
Oh, okay. I'm okay now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got Fumiko, we got Isao, we got the Isao / Mari, the one that's kind of like mixed in between.
We've had for the last few chapters here.
Yeah, and then we got the Mari that Yori knows, which is the lie down Mari.
Because that's what she's most known for.
Nicknames.
Yeah.
Yeah, lie down.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's rather interesting, and of course, I mean, after all, Mari looks like a younger version of her mom.
She does.
At least so at least back then. So it would make sense.
Yeah. Now here's a question for you. Like, of the 3 or 4 Maris that we know of, Yori knows 3 of them, or all but one of them. So when she wakes up and says, "Who are you?" What are we seeing there? 'Cause I think our main theory now is that it's the lie down Mari, and you think that maybe what was you saying like before we started this? Like, she's associated or become so familiar with the Isao Mari that she doesn't recognize the other one when she sees it.
Yeah. So as we all know, Yori has been badly wanting the lie down Mari, the one that she got to know, the one that she was infatuated with for a long time, and she knows her so well that she was actually able to deduce that this is at least a separate person inside of Mari's body, just from mannerisms and all that, a few like at the beginning of the manga, and yet we're supposedly getting that Mari, that same Mari back. I mean, that she's basically getting what she wants, and yet her first words are,
"Who are you?
Who are you?" She doesn't even recognize the person that she badly wanted back anymore, because she's associated her perception of Mari to like the Isao one now. Like, that's who she sees as Mari now, because that's the one that she got to interact with, socialize with, and be friends with. So now that she sees this one that she adored her and she was infatuated with her, but it wasn't the one that she really knew. I mean, as I said, I argue that Yori at least is somewhat attracted to the Isao Mari, whereas with the on a romantic level, but with this Mari, the lie down Mari, it's an infatuation and adoration. Only it's one-sided. Yep. It's idolizing the idea of a person than actually the person herself. So
my one that I brought up as well is like, if it were at all possible, we might be seeing Fumiko here waking up.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know, like, because the thing about Fumiko is that she's not as I don't want to use the word seductive, but she caresses Yori's face. She gives that really faint smile. I mean, Fumiko doesn't. I don't think Fumiko knows Yori. So wouldn't she be like who the hell are you back? Or not who the hell, but who are you? But like, so I don't know. I feel like when she sees Yori, I think she recognizes her. As in she recognizes her from a time when they lie down together, right?
Yep.
It would seem like that.
I mean, it kind of suggests that with the look in the eyes, the fact that he brings her hand up to Yori's face.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it seems like some type of thing that lie down Mari would do. I mean, when I read this chapter the first time, I mean, the first thought in my head was, she's back. Like the lie down Mari's back. Because the mannerisms were exactly, or at least similar to what it was like back when Yori was explaining, who Mari was and all that stuff.
Right.
And I just want to come back to those powerful words. Are who are you? And it's even the chapter's title. I mean,
yep.
It's very important, because I think it also emphasizes, one, that there's now a personality that's no longer the Isao personality, is, at least for now, is gone. And actually, I want to go back to that one thing where, remember when Yori was thinking about getting the picture. I think maybe it's like a foreshadowing, or at least some type of feeling that maybe she was thinking that sometime soon, the Mari that I know, the one that's in this picture, will be gone. So I better take this photo now as memory, as proof of the time I spent with this Mari.
Yeah.
Because sometime sooner or later, maybe eventually, maybe very soon, she's going to be gone, and as it turns out, it was literally that day.
Yeah.
So
Yori's getting that picture, so you'll have, whatever happens, you'll have that memento.
Yeah, memento of the Sal Mari, because as of right now, he's gone, and we don't know if he's gonna ever come back. And I mean, I'm really into this relationship between Yori and Mari. I mean, I'm really into it because it's such an interesting relationship. It's not boring in any way. The dynamics are constantly changing. I mean, and in such great ways too. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I did argue. I remember a few chapters ago, I said, like, I want for the old Mari to come back, and for Yori to realize that, this Mari wasn't actually the Mari that she truly wanted, but the new Mari, because that's the one Mari that she got to hang out with, to be with, to interact with, to
actually get to know.
And it's interesting, and exactly, she never technically got to know Lie Down Mari. She knew her mannerism from a stalker point of view, but she didn't really get to know her. And I think that also comes into play when she says, "Who are you?" Right. I mean, again, very powerful words there. So yeah,
all things considered there, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very curious to see how Yori's going to react, because this is Yori's. I mean, this is her immediate reaction, but I want to see how she reacts in the long run, and how this new Mari, or technically old Mari, is going to react too. I mean, yeah. Yep. Are we going to miss our Sal / Mari?
Or another possibility here, we're going to get something completely new, like this whole flashback just pushed her beyond that edge.
Maybe. Although I feel like I feel like the manga would go a little too.
Yeah, like it's still conservation of detail going on.
Yeah, I feel like we've already have enough personality. I think if we're gonna change, we should go back to the ones that have been introduced, because after all, the other personalities haven't been really focused on. So having a new one would just kind of thin out the pool a bit,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think now we get to see maybe what Lie Down Mari was like. Or maybe Fumiko, who knows? But I think it's Lie Down Mari.
Right. But for now, that's been our review now of Chapter 60 of Inside Mari. Who are you? As I said, this week we've also got One Piece and Bleach, and next week, if all goes according to plan, we should have Attack on Titan.
Yay!
Yay! So in the meantime, go ahead and take us away.
Bye!